Hey guys, and welcome back to G Can't Play. Here with another strategy to test out for you guys. I got quite a cool one here today. So I got this one from the Mark the Point channel. Obviously, if you haven't, check him out. He makes some great videos. And this one he put up recently is called The Warren. I believe he got it from a guy he played with on a cruise. And it's an interesting strategy. It's quite cool. I quite like it, so I thought I would run it on my channel and see how we go. So the version I am going to be playing is a fairly high rolled version. So you do start with 220 on the inside with a 25 on the pass line as well. So total of $245 out to start with. But you can scale it, so you can pull it back to smaller levels if you want to, but we're going to play the bigger version just because that's the version that I watched and saw and the version that I want to try. So pretty easy to set up. As I said, we are playing 220 on the inside, so 5 and 9, $50 on each, 6 and 8, $60 on each. And the way this works is the bets are always on. So when the puck is off, we still have our bets on. And then we've got $25 here on the pass line. What we're looking for is we're looking for one of these numbers to hit. What happens then is once that number hits, we take that down and we put it as odds on our pass line. And then we boost our other numbers up by either $30 or $25. So for instance, if the 5 hits, 50 plays 70. I think I got that right. The 50 comes down here as odds, and then we put 30, 30, and 25 on each of these, and then we roll out. And the way it works is we're trying to collect black chips. It's hard to show that on the online version. Mark the Point does it well because he's playing on an actual table and he can show how he's swapping things out for black chips. But the goal is to collect those black chips. So let's roll it out so we can see what it looks like. And hopefully it makes a bit of sense while we're playing it if you didn't understand what I was saying when I explained it there, because sometimes I don't explain things the
Dice
best.
are out. We're coming out.
Oh,
Hey,
with the
easy. Mark
volume
8.
on, we will turn that off so we don't have to hear that while we're playing. Okay, so we hit the 8. So 60 pays 70 there on the 8. So what we do is we pop that down here. And as I said, we're boosting the other numbers up. So this one goes to 75, this one goes to 75, and this one, we're keeping it as a round number, goes to 90. So we did win 70, and as you can see here, we've got 30, 40, 55, 60, 75, $80 that we are putting in. So we are actually throwing in an extra $10 above what we won there. You could always take this down to 50, and then that would be that $10, but that's not how we're playing it. We're putting the whole thing down here. And now what we want to do is we want to see if we can hit another one of these numbers. Okay, 6, 4, 10, that doesn't help us. There we go, hit the 9. So 75 pays 105. And what we want to do is we want to make this a nice black number. So we are going to add another 25 onto there, 100. And we will take the rest, so it's that $70, $80 as profit. And we'll go again. 314, that's on the other side from the 10 there. That won't help us either. Let's see if we can get another hit here. 8, so we hit the point. So we get paid down here on the pass line, which is nice. We've got those odds and that, so nice $97. Now what happens here is we reset everything back to the start. So that's the way the system works, is we're not holding these. We boosted this up 25, this is 30, and this has gone up 50 now. We take it all down and we start again. And that's where it sort of helps us make that profit. Because as you can see here, the shooter went at 272 and our bets are 245. So even if we were to roll a 7 right now, we'd still be up $27 overall. We started with a $1,500 bankroll. Whereas if I bring everything down and we show where it was, this was 100, this was 90, this was 75, and there was another 60 on here. So we'll just make that 85 so we can see. If the 7 was to come now, we'd lose, would be down $78. So that's one way that you lock in your profits in the system. That if you hit the point, if you win on that pass line, bring everything down and reset. Okay, so everything's back on and let's go again. So yeah, pretty simple system. But I think it's quite fun to play. And what we're looking is getting these guys to black chips. The way he describes it, I'll mark the point, is he wants black chips back in his bank roll, back on the rack. The way I'm playing it is I want to see the black chips up here. That's my goal. 6, perfect. So 90 pays 105. And as we're keeping these as nice even numbers, this one goes up to 120. And we go again. Love to see a 5 or a 9, even another 6. There's a 7. Okay, so as you can see, so we had a roll of 9 rolls there. And as you can see, we're up $92. So as long as you get it, we didn't always get our numbers. There was a 10 and a 4 there that we missed. There was 11. So there were some numbers that we didn't collect anything from. We were lucky enough to hit the point, which was good because that gave us a nice pay. But yeah, even after this first roll, just 9 long, we profited $92, which was quite good. Obviously, where it hurts is if you get some of these repeat 7s. That's where you can obviously take a big dent in your bankroll. You know, I have seen situations where there's obviously 3, 4, 5 7s in a row come up. And yeah, that obviously hurts what you're trying to do if you get a run of those because you're losing $200 at a time. You do win on the pass line, but you lose everywhere else. Inversely, though, if you get a good run of these inside numbers, then you obviously stand to make a bit of money, especially when you get into those black chips pretty quickly. So let's see if we can do as such. So there we go, we get the 6, 90 paying 105. Bump that one up to 120. Take the rest as profit. And if you wanted to, I mean, you can use this, you can use more than that. I'm only using 30 of the 105 that we won there. So there's obviously $75 left over. I could bump up some other numbers. I can get these two, just spend another 50, get those guys to black. But what I'm doing is just bumping up the number that hits and taking a bit more profit, keeping that in the bank to minimize those losses when they do come. So there's another 105 there, bump him up to 100 and roll another one out. And there we go, we hit the point. That is good, that's what we want to see. 2 hits and then a point, lovely. Obviously these, we then bring everything down so we don't stay on the black chips long, but we are not disappointed with that. And there comes a 7, up overall, that's okay. And as you can see now, we've still got the 25 out here, but in the rack we've got 1749 through 2 shooters. We started at $1,500, so we're up almost $250 just off these 2 rolls. Keep in mind we have been pretty lucky. We haven't had a lot of 7s here. We've only had 2 7s, although the rolls haven't been massively long. There was 7, the one before was 9. But we have hit our numbers. We've hit the point a couple times. So we have had some lucky rolls here, it can easily go the other way. As you see here, repeat a 7. And let's have a look when that pops up. $195 straight away gone, as you can see down. We're already back, almost back to even. So if we get a third 7 in a row, we're suddenly in the negatives. So it can easily turn around with a bad run. But that's often the way it happens in this game when you're trying things. It is gambling after all. You are risking your money. It is a game of chance, and it is slanted in the favor of the house. So definitely cannot count your money while it's out on the table. And there's another 7. As you can see this is a big hit for us here. And very easily we're down $176 overall. 13.24, so can easily turn around for you. First 2 rolls were really good. Well, I mean, technically we're still on the second, so just on the third shooter now. So the second roll wasn't that good. Point was off when the 7 came last time. That's something you don't, you sometimes forget about when you're playing with the puck off. Is it still the same shooter because the 7 was off when the puck was off when we lost, and because we're playing with our bets on, we lost. So here you can see we have to throw in a little bit extra money. 50 pays 70, but because we're putting 30 on each of these two, so that's what, 30, 60, 85, putting $15 extra instead of $10 extra this time. But when you've got $330 out there, an extra $15. There we go, the 8. 90 pay 105. It'd be good to get a nice little run of numbers here. See if we can get some of that money back. There we go, 6, we're going to see. Take that 105, take 30 of it, and build that up. Happy to see a 9, happy to see a 6 or 8 again. 5, that's okay. We will take that as well. $100 for us. Everything down. And as I said, easily down, easily up. So being aware of your bankroll is really important. If you have a bad run like that, we were down $176. We're now up $200. So it can easily turn around for you as well. Yeah, I guess when you're playing with this amount of money, the swings are much bigger. Obviously, if you're playing at a $5 level or something like that, then you're still hovering around your bankroll a bit more than the $200 swings we're seeing there. Okay, so we hit the 6, pop him down, pop everything else up. I'd love to see a few more hits above and beyond. So far we've only hit 2 numbers and then hit a point or hit a 7. I'd love to get a few more than that this time, see what we can get these numbers up to. Another 5, lovely. So this time 100 is paying 140, and I'm going to take 50 of that and bump that up to 150. You could, as I said before, you could take this money and do what you want with it. You could build other numbers, you could place some numbers. I'm just going to use the number that hit and build that up. So we'll build that up to 150 and we'll take the $90 in profit. I'm not going to use it though because we hit the point and we're going to bring everything down. But now we are singing, as you can see, everything down. We're up $616 now. And let's start again. So you get a few good rolls going. This is a good little earner. But as I always have to say, you get a few bad rolls going, and that can disappear fairly quickly. And there's a 7. Point was on, so that is shooter number 3 done. And we'll go again. Nice and easy to set up. 220 inside with a $25 pass line. Oh, there we go. First time we lost the pass line due to craps, 3 craps. So that can obviously happen as well. Same thing if 11 hits, obviously you get paid. There we go. Not too many 0.7s today, which is nice because that wipes you out pretty quickly. Hard 8. Only paying 105. We pop him up to 120. And we roll again. 5, that's what we like to see. 75, paying 105. Bump him up to 100. See if we can get another number. Another 5, another 8. 11. Doesn't help or hurt us there. 314 does nothing for us. If you want to, you can use some of the money you're making and place those if you want to go across. We're keeping it simple and sticking with our plan. Unfortunately, there comes the 7. And we're slowly working our way back towards where we started. Let's see, that's what we don't want to see. Those repeat 7s. That is 195 down the drain. Okay, mark the 8. 60 pays 70. Move that 60 down to the pass line. And bump everything up. 25 on the 5 and 9, 30 on the 6. There we go, hitting that 9. And another mention, I guess, of the bankroll. This may be a point if you're starting to see the table turn and you're getting a lot of 0.7s or just one number and 7 and your bankroll starting to drop back down. See here we are actually still up a couple $100. So you may want to just call it a day. So make sure you keep an eye on your bankroll. Don't stick with a strategy just because you've decided to do that strategy. I'm obviously doing it here because I'm trying the strategy out. I'm also got nothing at risk because this is make-believe internet money. But if you're playing for real money, just be aware. Make sure you're playing with what you can afford to lose. We're here to have fun. We don't want to be worrying about losing all the money. Okay, so this is the first situation I think where the point hasn't been one of our inside numbers. Doesn't matter though because we hit the 7 straight after. And we're down to $63 in profit. Okay, let's roll it out. I think we'll go maybe 2 more times. Craps 12, another loser for us. Lose $25 there. These last 2 rolls is going to see if we come out on top or not. Mark the 8. Most popular number, the 8 there. Come on, let's see if we can get a good run going here. Remember at one point we were up over $500 at the peak. Currently up $100 if we were to walk away, minus the 25. It's a contract bet. We can't remove that one. Okay, a 12 and a 3. That does nothing for us. We want to see a 5, a 6, or a 9. We'll take the winner. And let's go again. Okay, mark the 10. So no change here because we didn't hit our number. There we go, there's the 9. Now we can do our setup. Let's see if we can get something going here on our final rollout. Currently up 275, but if the 7 was to come now, we would be down on the day. And there it is. So we end up down, just wait for it to reset, and it'll tell us $55, which isn't too bad. I mean, if you're playing a total of 245 a roll, totally be down $55 after 6 shooters isn't the worst thing in the world. Let's go one more. Let's gamble, see if we can get back into the positive. It's obviously something you shouldn't do, impulse gamble, but we all like to do it every now and then. It's part of who we are. And when it's not real internet money, it's okay. There we go. Worked out for us this time. And bring everything down. And we finished the day up $115. So thanks for joining me, guys. That was the Warren. Just to go over it very quickly. Start 220 on the inside. So that's 50 on the 5 and 9, 60 on the 6 and 8, 25 on the pass line. Bets are always on. It is a scalable system. So you can do it at a $10 table. You can do it so you can go 110 inside with a $10, no, I think a $15 pass line. You go 64 inside with a $5 pass line. If that's the scale, I'm just saying this off the top of my head, there's a scale there. What happens is once one of the numbers hits, you bring that one down to odds behind the pass line and you bump the rest up. So if the 9 hits, this comes down, just pretend it's here, $50 behind the pass line. This would jump up to 90, 90 and 75. And then you just keep playing. You can increase the bets. You can do what you want after that point with the bets. I was increasing them by a little bit, taking some profit. If the point is hit, then you reset back down to the original level. And obviously if the 7 hits comes, then you reset to the original level as well. So that was Warren. I like the system. We did end up overall $115 here, so it did work out for us. But we did see some swings. We were down a couple $100, up a couple $100. I think at the most we were up about $500. So swings and roundabouts. We came out on top this time. But yeah, I like it. Fun system. There's a decent amount going on, and I hope you liked it too. So thanks for joining me, guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Catch you later.